Bahugana, and together we'll be taking up all your stock related queries. So you can WhatsApp us or you can call us directly. Both the numbers are flashing on your screens right now, viewers. And on the show, we are joined by Mahesh M. Ojha, AVP Research and Business Development, Hensex Securities, on the fundamentals, and Rajesh Phosle, Equity Technical and Derivative Analyst, Angel One, on the technicals. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Good evening. Now let's get straight to the first query on the show. So, Kiran has written to us from Dubai saying that is it the right time to buy Sagility India at the current levels? So, currently it's trading at 44.48 and was down over 2% today. But since the company earns 100% of its revenue from the US and amid the Trump tariffs, is it advisable to buy Sagility India at the current levels? Mahesh, I'd come to you first, for the long term.
I think if their horizon of is in more than 9 to 12 months, I think he can buy on these level also. But currently down due to tariff trade. So I think it's a good buy. But as stock is coming down, then he can add in a staggered way. So I think a staggered way is a good buy. But I think in longer term, it can be a good buy for Sagility India. At least 60 to 65 level to can come in 1 year horizon.
Okay, understood. And now we will move on to our next WhatsApp query. Annamalai has written to us from Tamil Nadu. He holds 14,000 shares of South Indian Bank at 27.50 a piece, and he's asking whether he should buy buy more or sell his investment. And Rajesh, I'd like to come to you on this one. How do you think the charts are faring for South Indian Bank currently, because the stock did see some pain in trade today, and also the fact that on the other hand, brokerages have been pegging the fact that while asset quality and credit growth have been main concerns in the banking space, they might taper down in the coming quarters. What's your take?
So overall, if we take the chart of South Indian Bank, overall it's in a consolidation phase, and while the markets are making a new 52 weeks low, post its low in November, the stock is in a consolidation phase, and we are seeing that the stock is forming a base around 22 to 23 levels. So if client wants to average, it can be average around its 22 levels. Even if we see the weekly chart, the stock had given a bullish breakout, and in this correction, the prices are retesting those levels. So 22 to 21.5 is a good strong support zone. So around those levels, one can buy or accumulate in a staggered manner.
All right, thanks for that view. Now, with that, we have another WhatsApp query. So, Taikum has written to us saying that he's bought 300 shares of Action Construction Equipment at 1400 a piece, and he's looking for a long-term view on it. So currently the stock is trading at 1192, which is around its 1 year lows. So again, Mahesh, coming to you about the fundamental performance of the company, are you bullish on this company?
No, actually, fundamentally companies sound good, but already market is in correcting phase. So I think he should try to exit on some higher level. I think 1,275 to 1,300 level could come in near term. Then he should need to exit and re-enter at lower level. So it has a more downside can come in this stock. I think near 1,000 can come in this stock. So currently is in a downward trend, but slightly any upside can be exit on the stocks.
Okay, understood. And now we have our first caller of this evening. Munir is joining us on the phone line from Chennai. Hi Munir, good evening. Please ask away your question.
Good evening, madam. I'm holding 25 shares of Mahindra and Mahindra.
Okay.
At the price of 2,900.
Right.
Yeah, I just want to know the short-term outlook of the share.
Okay.
Whether to hold the stock or exit, because currently it went through some correction.
Right.
So I just want to know the short-term outlook, madam. Yes.
Got it, got it. Rajesh, what's your take on Mahindra and Mahindra shares looking like? Munir holds 25 shares at 2,900 apiece, and a lot of auto components have been a little anxious at the moment because of Tesla entering in. But today NDTV Profit made a very nice analysis and compared how Tesla's cars on Indian roads will be more expensive than the cars available already from our Indian brands, and hence Indian brands like M&M might not see the kind of impact that they are penciling in and being apprehensive. So do you think M&M price correction that has happened in the past few days would be able to balance out in the future?
So if you see the chart of M&M, this one has been an outperformer, but since last 1 week, it has corrected sharply from the levels of 3,200. So this this fall has been based on the news of EV front, and now we see that the stock is placed around its very crucial support of somewhere around 2,600. So in the past, we have seen that around 2,600, the stock is, generally it bounces from those levels. So if he's holding, keep a stop loss of 2,600. But if in case 2,600 is broken, then the stock can confirm a double top pattern, which can trigger further weakness possibly towards the 2,450. So in the short term, 2,600 is a make or break for the stock. If in case that is defended, then the stock can rebound back towards the 3,000 levels.
All right. Thanks for that view. With that, we have a caller from Odisha. Hi, Krishna. How can we help you?
Good evening, madam.
Yes, please go ahead with your query.
I am holding Tech Mahindra 20 shares
Okay.
at the rate of 1736.
Right.
I want to average now or wait for some more time.
But for how long are you planning to hold?
My view is for short to medium term, madam.
But short term as in 6 months, 3 months?
Yes, 3 to 6 months, madam.
3 to 6 months, all right. Rajesh, I'll come to you on this. Firstly, how is Tech Mahindra faring on the charts? And, since he's bought at 1,736 and currently the stock is trading at 1,614. So do you see in the short term, like in 3 to 6 months, reaching those levels again? And what do you suggest about Tech Mahindra?
See, if you see today's session, then there was a fresh weakness in IT space, and this weakness is likely to continue in the near term. But having said that, if you ask me, one of the top picks from the IT space, definitely Tech Mahindra is one of that resilient stock that is not falling much. And we expect that if in case there is a further dip, possibly towards 1530, 1550, then that is a very strong zone to buy. And on the high side, once the uptrend continues, then he can expect back 1800 levels. So in the short term, he may not get that performance, but a very good counter. He can average it around 1530 levels.
All right. And Mahesh, do you also hold this AMU for the long term?
I think the stock can be accumulated in the 1,550 and 1,560 zone. I think there is a good buying zone at these levels, and the stock, as Rajesh told, the stock can touch 1750 to 1,800 odd level. But it will take time. If your it should be more than 6 to 9 months at least.
Okay, got it. And now we have Vamshi. She's calling us from Andhra Pradesh. Hi, Vamshi.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Please ask your question, Vamshi.
Yeah, currently I'm holding 50 shares of Volacta Green Tech. So I have bought around 1,197.
Okay.
So my query is I'm planning to hold 6 to 1 year.
Okay.
So I bought 1,197. Again, it fell down nearly 1,100. Again, it bounced back to 1,180 around today.
Correct.
And the PE ratio is very high while I'm comparing to others in the segment. Just wanted to know, can I hold 6 to 1 year, 6 months to 1 year?
Understood.
Can I get good returns, or can I hold or can I sell?
Okay, got it. And Vamshi, when exactly did you purchase these 50 shares at 1,197?
Yeah, I think a couple of weeks ago.
Weeks ago. Okay, so it's a recent purchase. Understood. Mahesh, what's your sense on Olectra Green Tech? Vamshi holds 50 shares at 1,197. He did explain the fact that the PE ratio of this particular company amongst its other peers is the highest, and the company is primarily invested, or it caters to electric buses and is based out of Hyderabad. So from a state where Vamshi belongs to. However, do you see this investment going ahead anytime soon?
I think stock has corrected a lot from higher side. In lower side, we can see 1,000, 1,050 zone. But in a longer term, I think stock can rebound again. So if any upside near 1,250 to 1,275 level, that can be a partial booking zone. And stock has a slightly some more potential for upside. But currently trading as whole market are facing selling pressure. The stock is also facing selling pressure. But if your horizon is 3 to 6 months, then he can hold, and up to 1,300 level could become in near term.
All right. Thanks for that view. With that, we have a caller from Kerala. Hi, Amal. Good evening.
Hello.
Yes. How can we help you, Amal?
Can I know more about ONGC stock?
What do you exactly want to know about this particular company?
Technically, more about
technical view on ONGC. All right. So currently the stock is trading at 234, and today the stock was down over 2%. So Rajesh, how is ONGC faring on the charts? Are you bullish on this company for short term?
So in the short term, definitely the trend is still negative. There is no clear-cut signs of bullish reversal. But having said that, somewhere there is positive divergence, and the stock is in highly oversold zone. So at current levels would be avoid, but if there is further dip towards 220, then we can see some key retracement levels around those levels. So 220 is what we expect is likely to act as a base, and in the near term, once the stock crosses about 245, then the momentum can trigger towards the 265, 270 levels. So the levels to watch out would be 245 on the upside and 220 on the downside.
Okay, got it. And we have another WhatsApp query. Pramod has written to us from Bangalore, and he holds 50 shares of Godrej and properties at 2,500 rupees. Now, although we don't know his time horizon, the stock is currently trading around 1,100 and has seen cuts of close to 2%, but has had a positive history because the earnings per share grew from 23 to 49 rupees in the past 12 months. And also the fact that, you know, while the government has made such an influx of capex in this budget and is assuming, or is actually rather hoping that, you know, discretionary spends will increase. As a result of that, people are going to book more properties. As a result of that trend that we're foreseeing, do you think Godrej Properties as one real estate company could benefit, and you know, that price could also be seen in the stock price of the company? And my question is to Mahesh on this one.
I think he can hold further. The stock, Godrej Property fundamentally is a strong counter, and currently all the realty sector are facing some downturn trend because on some area square feet rate can come down. So that's doesn't impact much more to Godrej Property. I think if his horizon more than 6 to 12 months, I think he can hold for the 2,700 to 2,800 level could become in near term also. And stock has a good history and good promoter background. So I think stock has a much more potential. He can hold further from these levels.
All right. Thanks for that view. With that, we have a caller from Chennai. Hi, Kalyan. Good evening.
This is Kalyan from Chennai. I have a query. I'm holding some 100 shares of State Bank of India, which I bought from 4 years back at 257.27.
Okay.
So I just want to know whether I can hold it or sell it, and or else if I can buy a new shares. If you please help me with what kind of
sure.
shares.
And are you looking for a long-term view on it?
Yes. Almost 3 to 6 months like that.
Short-term view.
Yes.
Okay, because I can see that you are sitting on a profit of 46,000, almost 46,000 there, and you bought it at 257. You spotted the correct levels. Currently, the stock is trading at 716. So again, Rajesh, coming straight to you, how is SBI faring on the charts, and should he be staying invested in it for another 3 to 6 months, or should he book his profits?
So first of all, congratulations. He has bought at a very good levels. So I would suggest, based on 3 to 6 months, don't look at the chart. I mean, look at the stock. It has fallen along with the broader market. So in the 3 to 6 months, we may not see any major move in the counter on the upside. But having said that, the stock is placed on a very strong support. If he gives another 1 year's horizon, then the possibly stock can rebound back towards the 850 to 900 level. So if you can possibly hold, then hold for a levels of 900 in the near term, and there is a strong support around the 650 levels.
Right. And Mahesh, since the broader, stock market has been under pressure, so do you still see that, holding SBI for long term is advisable and is the right choice?
Definitely, he can hold further the SBI and also NSDL IPO, OFS IPO coming. There is a OFS route where HDFC and SBI will float the shares. I think that will be also positive there, and their balance sheet could be more strength on these areas. So I think he can hold further for a longer term and 1 year horizon. If his horizon is 1 year, I think 950 level could be coming in 1 year horizon. All as a rate cut coming and few rate cut, more rate cuts are expected. That could be also beneficial for banking sector and as well as NBFC. So I think he can hold further, and in shorter term, if you are looking, then 680 could be stop loss, and near term target could be 760 to 775 zone if his horizon is 3 to 6 months. So that level could be keep in mind.
Okay, got it. And now we have Tushar. He's joining us on the phone line from Bhopal. Hi, Tushar.
Hello, ma'am.
Namaste. Please ask your question.
Ma'am, I got query of IOC share, which I bought at the price of 176.
Okay.
I've got total 189 shares. I just wanted to know, is it good for long-term view?
Understood. Tushar, I would want to confirm your buying price once again. You have 189 shares of IOC at 176 apiece. Is that true?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And when did you buy this?
Ma'am, it has been around 1 year, ma'am.
Okay, it's been a year. Understood. And you want a long-term view on IOC, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Got
yes,
it.
ma'am.
Got it. Mahesh, what's your view on IOC? Tushar holds 189 shares at 176 apiece. The stock has seen some kind of negative sentiment hovering around it. But, after Prime Minister Narendra Modi recently visited the US, and both the countries, in fact, came to terms with doing a lot more deals on the oil and gas front. So in that way, do you think oil and gas companies could impact the Indian space in any way?
I think if his origin longer term, then I think it's a good buy from as a fundamental. If you see the fundamental stock has a much more valuation, and it's a good dividend pay stock. So I think if his buying price is high, then he can average further in staggered way. From here, he can start further, and on up to 100 or 90 level could be come. Then straight away he can add in lower levels. Dividend yield is attractive, and fundamentally stock has a much more potential up to 180 level. So I think it's a time to accumulate more. As he has already bought in higher level, we can't suggest here is to book losses on these levels. So staggered, he can accumulate in a staggered way, and if any level 150 to 160 zone could come, then he can sell and exit the same.
All right, thanks for that view. Now we have a WhatsApp query. So Vipul has written to us from Ahmedabad saying that he has 10 shares of Voltam Transformer at 9,072, and he's asking whether he can buy more. Currently the stock is trading at 6,926, and over the past 3 years the stock has delivered a return of almost over 268%, outperforming the Nifty Mid Cap 100's return of 76.67% during the same period. So on the fundamental aspect, Mahesh, is it advisable for him to hold this particular counter for the long term?
I think he can hold further for longer term, but current market cycle is giving if any current market cycle giving opportunity to exit on higher level up to in 8,000 8,250 zone, then he can exit and re-enter in lower level. So if his horizon more than 9 to 12 months, then he can hold further. But if he's looking for a shorter term horizon, then he can exit in 8,000 zone if he coming that zone.
Okay, and Rajesh, do you also hold the same view for short term?
Yeah, my view will be the same to exit at higher levels somewhere around 8,200 and somewhere around 5,800 to 6,000. The stock is forming a base. So buy on dips and exit at higher levels.
Okay, got it. And the next query is also very interesting. Jyoti has written to us on Paytm. She holds 50 shares at 765 and is asking for a long-term view on this one. Now, the stock is currently hovering around 750 levels, and Jyoti is also sitting on a meager loss of close to 500 rupees. Now, Paytm hails from a fintech space where there's a lot of competition, and it is also trying to revive from the kind of beating that it has seen due to various reasons in the past couple of years. Mahesh, I'll pose this question to you. Do you think Paytm will be able to get back in the race and give a strong profit to investors like Jyoti?
I think she can hold further, but a little bit horizon should be more than 9 to 12 months. Because Paytm already in our Diwali peak also, so we are tracking the much closely to Paytm. So after the Diwali peak, it has touched more than 1,000 level. So currently is in a downturn time. If any downside up to 680, 700 zone, then they can accumulate further. But in higher zone, if you look, if it's horizon 3 to 6 months, then we can see 850 to 875 zone there. They can book profit and further try to exit on enter in lower level. But if his horizon is more than 1 year, then I think 1,000 plus level could become on Paytm.
Right, thanks for that view. With that, we have another WhatsApp query from Tamil Nadu. So Raja has written to us saying that he's held Ola Electric shares since the IPO. So can he hold it for a long term? And he's asking for an advice for that. Mahesh, how are the fundamentals of Ola Electric looking like, since this particular company is always surrounded with a lot of news, a lot of buzz? So what do you have to say on this particular company?
See, it's a startup company, and currently all the quarter are giving a loss to loss. So our market is not getting currently confidence in the Ola. So I think if his horizon is longer term, then he should keep stop loss near 48 and up to in near term we can see a 70 75 zone there. They can try to exit, but he need to watch result closely, because we are if any result coming positive side, then we can see further upside momentum in Ola. Till that last 2 quarters we haven't seen any positive momentum in Ola, so we are not much more optimistic. But as Ola is trading below its IPO price, we can see up to 70 75 level once again.
Okay, thanks for that view. And with that, it's a time for a short break. But while we do that, let's take a look at the live visuals coming from Assam, where PM Modi is at the Assam Past, Present and Future exhibition.
Very warm welcome to you all for this NDTV Profit Conclave, which is themed on Viksit Bharat.
A life which is both taking care of your material needs and taking care of your altruistic needs. That will be the true definition of Viksit Bharat.
In my view, we are already out of that slowdown.
For every anlom, you have to have vilom. You can't just keep doing up and up. in the breading also. You have to come down. So the correction and healthy correction is a very, very integral part of the market.
The private capital expenditure, from where I sit, I see that private capital expenditure is happening.
Any tariff coming on Indian goods will be passed on to American consumers and Indian companies will not be affected.
We feel fairly good about the fact that we can compete with various folks.
Actually, instead of Viksit Bharat, we should call it Re-Viksit Bharat.
बजट भाषण सुना उसके बाद मेरा पहला एक्रोनिम निकाला मैंने, वो था RRR, रिस्पॉन्सिव, रिस्पॉन्सिबल, रिफॉर्मिस्ट, और मैंने कहा रिवॉल्यूशनरी। हाउ डिड यू अराइव एट दिस नंबर ऑफ 12 लाख रुपीस?
हमें लगता है टैक्स पेयर उस लेवल नंबर से टैक्स भर रहा है, क्या उनको हम कुछ कर सकते हैं?
प्राइवेट सेक्टर कैपेक्स अभी तक वो इन्वेस्ट क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं, जबकि आपका इकोनॉमिक सर्वे ही बताता है कि वो कैश पाइल पे बैठे हुए हैं।
अगर कंजम्पशन बढ़ता है और उसके तहत लगता है कि ग्रेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट का पॉसिबिलिटी है, वो भी अच्छा ट्रिगर हो सकता है।
AI बहुत तेजी से आ रहा है, तो जॉब के चैलेंजेस होंगे, स्किल के चैलेंज पहले से हैं, तो जो ट्रांजिशन पीरियड का स्ट्रगल है, नौकरी मुझे अभी चाहिए।
पूरे साल का एक्सपोजर दिलाने के लिए हम इंटर्नशिप प्रोग्राम ले आए और इसके साथ साथ इस बजट में भी ट्रेनिंग फॉर AI इसके लिए सेंटर्स बनाए हैं।
Tax regime for individual. In fact, there has been discussion on how to sort of reduce the tax rate.
I am now happy to announce that there will be no income tax payable up to income of 12 lakh rupees.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know your company, powered by NDTV Profit's research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know your company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit.
Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know your company, powered by NDTV Profit's research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know your company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit.
Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know.
Welcome back to Ask Profit, only on NDTV Profit, a show where you ask your questions and we try and answer them through our guests. Joining us this evening is Mahesh M. Ojha on the fundamentals, and we have Rajesh Bhosle to answer all your technical questions. So do pick up that phone and call us on the numbers flashing on your screen. And let's go across to our first query after this very short break. Sudesh has written to us from Canada. He holds 10,000 shares of City Union Bank at 100 rupees a piece, and he's asking the reason behind the fall that we're seeing in the stock price, and is also wanting a one-year view on this particular company. Mahesh, I would want to come to you on this one. Why is City Union Bank falling? It has fallen close to 14% YTD, 7% in the past 5 days. What's the reason, and how do you think our viewers should go about investing in the stock for the next 1 year?
I think the stock is fundamentally very good, but as we are facing on the market, all the stocks are facing selling pressure. Even it's not one stock; it's all the stocks are facing selling pressure. If it's a Nifty stock and other stocks, all the stocks are facing some selling pressure. But stock has a much more potential for upside if its origin is more than 1 year or 1 year. So I think stock could touch once again 180 to 85 to 200 level in a 1 year horizon. If any dip from here onwards, then he can, if he like, he can add further in 130 to 135 zone. It's a further buying zone where he, if he like, he can add further. But currently, it's a downturn trend, or due to market supply, it's a downturn zone.
All right, thanks for that view. With that, we have another WhatsApp query. So Sanjeet has written to us from Bengaluru, and he's asking whether it's the right time to buy NetWeb Technologies at 1540. So, today the stock was down over 3%, but NetWeb is currently trading below its 5-day, in fact 200-day average, indicating a bearish trend. So Mahesh, I'd like to come to you. Why is NetWeb, on a downward trajectory?
See, all the technology space stocks are facing some selling pressure. So it's also facing some selling pressure. So if anyone want to buy, then they should wait for further downside. I think further, if any level near by 1,350 to 1,375 zone, then they may try to enter in the stock. But currently, wait and watch strategy could be better.
All right, wait and watch strategy for long term. And Rajesh, do you also have the same opinion on NetWeb for short term?
Since this is a new listing, I won't be able to comment on it.
Okay, no issues. And now we have another query. Anjali has written to us. So I don't know where she hails from Delhi. And the best part is that she's written that she's a homemaker. So it's so nice to see that homemakers are also investing in the stock market. Thank you, Anjali, for sending us your query. She holds 50 shares of India Hume Pipe at a buying price of 450. Now, I just noticed that in a bear market scenario like the present, where most stocks are falling right, left and center, Hume, this particular company, Indian Hume Pipe, has given close to 10%, has risen close to 10% in trade today, and has seen a green chart for a very long time. So, Rajesh, I'd like to understand the reason behind the optimism that the stock is seeing, and what should our viewers' strategy be to invest in the stock for the long term?
Yeah, so in short term, the stock was placed around its key support levels. Last year as well, from the June 2024 levels, the stock had rallied. So it was around the same levels and it has bounced back. This move is supported with strong volumes. So we can expect this move to extend possibly towards first towards 200 DMA 420 and then possibly towards 450. So the stock is showing strength in such kind of market. So definitely hold on to it. Can keep a stop loss somewhere around 345 to 350 levels.
Okay, thanks for that view. With that, we have another WhatsApp query. So Kanan has written to us from Chennai. And it's a very long, very well-informed query. He says that he's bought 1,000 shares of Kelton Tech at 145 rupees. He's purchased it 2 months back and with a long-term view for 3 years. But, he thought to be a turnaround company, but suddenly the price had drastically fallen. So he's asking for a suggestion whether he should hold or sell. And if sell, so he's asking for a suggestion, fundamentally a company which is in the AI space. So which is that good company that he should go for? And he's ready to book his losses. He's currently sitting at a loss of over 22,000 there. So Mahesh, what's your outlook on Kelton Tech?
I think he can hold further, but as he want to another company, then we can say Signed could be a good pick for the AI space, and as a Signed doing much more widely services. So I think if a Signed can be a good pick. Recently, a stock has beaten from higher side, so it's a accumulation zone, and I think Signed could touch 1,550 to 1,600 zone in near term. So he can hold Kelton Tuck, but Sign could be a good pick from here.
Okay, and interestingly, Mahesh, our next query is on Cyient itself, Cyient DLM in fact. John has written to us from Puducherry and he holds 11 shares of Cyient DLM at an average price of 583. Although he has mentioned that, the stock has seen some beating after Q3, and he wants to know why the stock has been falling so, because this is the only company that he holds in the EMS sector in his portfolio. Your comments?
I think the number was not that good, so the company was facing some selling pressure. But it's a fundamentally strong counter, and the company can revive from that also. So I think it's a good pick. He can hold if any downside from these level, then he can add further on the lower level also. So fundamentally, both Cyient DLM and Cyient counter are strong, and currently they are giving some slightly opportunity to invest if any downside from these levels. So I think he can hold further, and if he like to add, and then he can add further in lower level.
Okay, thanks for that view on Cyient. With that, we have a caller from Chennai. Hi Vishal, good evening.
Hello ma'am, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead with your query.
Ma'am, my query is on CDSL. I hold 96 shares of CDSL at average price of 1090.
Okay.
Ma'am, my question is it a good time to average up the stock, or shall I wait for more time?
Okay, and for how long are you looking to hold this stock?
Ma'am, I'm comfortable holding it for 3 to 5 years.
3 to 5 years. So it's a long-term picture. So Mahesh, since December, the stock has been seeing a downward trend. So still, for the long term, is it advisable for Vishal to hold CDSL?
See, if his horizon is more than 2 to 3 years, then he can hold further for a 2 to 3 year horizon. But currently, all the market are facing some selling pressure. Due to that, opening demand will be slow down, and I think margin pressure could be on the CDSL numbers also. And we have already suggested on our show that on higher level that CDSL should be booked. So I think if he want to add further, then he should wait further for a number current quarterly numbers. After that, he can add further, and for the 3 to 4 2 to 3 year horizon, if his horizon more than 2 to 3 year, then definitely he can hold, because the growth will be permanent in an economy, and I think the correction is temporary. So if his horizon more than 2 to 3 years, then he can hold further.
All right, and for a new investor, because currently the stock is trading at 1200 levels, so are you advising to not buy at these levels?
Yes, for new investor, I think they can wait, because the last quarter number was not so good, and I think upcoming quarter number will not also be good. So stock can come down slightly. So that would be opportunity for at the CDS in lower level. I think 1050, 1000 level could become in near term if any downs, because also charts suggesting for downward term trend. So it can correct further.
Okay, got it. And now we have a query written to us from M.R. Rao. He has bought 10,000 shares of NTPC Green at 138.5 rupees a piece. He's asking how long should he wait for the break even. Now, NTPC Green tumbled close to 9% in trade today, especially after anchor investors sold their stake in the final lock-in period, after the final lock-in period ended. Now, although the stock had a great IPO issue of over 10,000 crore rupees, it has seen some kind of negativity in the stock market, especially recently. However, do you think it could perform better because it is involved in the green energy space? And my question is to Rajesh.
This is a very newly listing, so I won't be able to comment on it.
Okay, anything, you have no comment at all on NTPC Green, don't you think? Any comment on NTPC Green from your end? If not
So,
technically, what do you think how the future could be like, or why has the stock tumbled, and just anything on the stock?
Yeah, so I mean, after listing, it had a strong run, but after that, along with the market, the stock has gradually corrected and has broken below the listing levels. If we see the reciprocal retracement, that comes somewhere around 88 to 85. So as per that, and based on what charts we have, somewhere it is entering oversold zone. So if there is any dip towards 85 88 levels, that would be a good level, but as of now the data is very limited, so I won't be able to comment accurately on it.
Very well, Rajesh, thank you so much for at least commenting on this one, although it's a new entrant. And Mahesh, what's your view on NTPC Green?
I think if you see, the company was incorporated at 2022, and after that, but if you check year-on-year growth, so year-on-year growth was a very good. So it's it's a very shorter term pace. But issue was come above in near, I think 100 or 102 level, yeah. Or so after that, what we have seen 155 level higher zone, and I think after the anchor locking period ends, we have seen some selling pressure on this counter. But if their horizon is more 1 year or more than 1 year, we can see 140 level once again on this counter, because they have a lot of order, and upcoming opportunity in NTPC Green could be high. So I think if their horizon is 1 year, we may see again 140 level could come in 1 year horizon.
Okay, so 140 levels can come in 1 year for NTPC Green is what Mahesh is suggesting. With that, we have a caller from Hyderabad. Hi, Subbarao. Good evening. How can we help you? Subbarao, am I audible?
Madam.
Yes. Please go ahead with your query.
I have RCF at 204.
I'm sorry, Subbarao, you're not properly audible. Can you please repeat it?
Yes, sir. RCF, I have purchased certifications of RCF.
Rashtra Chemicals and Fertilizers is what you're saying?
Yes, madam, absolutely.
Okay. Yes.
At the rate of 204.
204?
Yes, madam.
Right. So are you looking for a long-term view or a short-term view?
It's short term, like 8 months already, three months completed, another 5 months.
Okay, another 5 months. All right. So, Rashtra Chemicals has experienced significant fluctuation in its stock price with a notable decline in the past month, but strong long-term growth over 3 and 5 years. But, Rajesh, coming to you for the technical viewpoint on this particular company, what do you have to say?
So for now, I would suggest to wait on to it. The stock is placed around its strong support levels, and already it has corrected in oversold zone. So I would suggest wait for a bounce back. On a bounce back somewhere around 147, 150, that would be level where we need to recheck the charts. But as of now, the stock has already seen beaten, and it's placed around strong support. So hold on to it. 120 would be the key support to watch, and on the high side, 145, 148 seems to be the immediate resistance.
Okay, understood. And now we have another query written to us on WhatsApp. Harsh Vardhan is his name. He hails from Warangal in Telangana. He holds 355 shares of Trans Rail Lighting, I'm sorry for my mispronunciation, at an average price of 557. We don't know the time horizon, but he's asking if he should hold or sell. He's sitting on a loss of close to 18,000 rupees, and the stock did see a dip of 2%, over 2% in trade today. Mahesh, what's your view on Trans Rail Lighting? It is in the engineering sector.
It's a recent listed counter. I think he can hold further for a longer term. stock has we have seen some upside from lower level also, and currently is in consolidation zone. I think last quarter number was come superb, so he can hold further. We can see upside up to 650 to 675 level in near term. So currently hold with patience.
Okay, so that's a hold on Transtrail Lighting. With that, we have another WhatsApp query. So Satyajit has written to us from Bengaluru saying that he's bought Sagar Cement for 208 and he's bought 270 shares. So is it good to hold it for another 3 months? Rajesh, coming straight to you, how is Sagar Cement faring on the charts?
Just give me a minute.
Yes, sure.
Last week we saw strong positive traction in Sagar Cement. Even today, if we see, there was some positive traction from the lower levels. The stock is somewhere finding support at 180, and last year also in the June month, the stock had rallied from 180 to 250. So as long 180 levels hold, the stock can be held, and on a bounce 210 to 220 would be the immediate resistance, where we can see 89 EMA as a crucial resistance point.
Okay, got it. And now we have Saurabh. He's on the phone line from Pune. Hi, Saurabh.
Hello.
Hello. Am I audible to you?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well. Please ask your question.
Yeah, I am holding NRB bearing,
Okay.
5,000 shares at a price of 298. My view is long term.
Okay.
Any advice would be appreciated.
Understood. And since when do you hold NRB bearings?
I guess it's been 3 months.
3 months. Okay. And did somebody suggest this to you, Saurabh?
No, I just looked at the technical chart and I bought it on my own.
Okay. Understood. Rajesh, we will take this one to you. Saurabh holds 5,000 shares of NRB bearings at 298 apiece. The stock is currently trading around 221. And Saurabh, in just a couple of months, has made a big loss of close to 3.5 lakh rupees. What would your suggestion to Saurabh be?
So if we see, the stock had rallied from the same levels in August 2023. From here, the stock had rallied from 200 back towards 400 with strong volumes, and from there the prices has corrected with low volumes. And even if we see, this zone is supported with 200 weekly moving average. So as long this support holds of 200, he can hold on to it. On a bounce back, I would suggest to exit somewhere around 285 to 290. That is a very stiff resistance zone, but now, as of now, it's on a strong support, so hold on to it.
Okay, so that's a hold on NRB. Now, we have a caller from Gujarat. Hi, Shivam. Good evening.
Hi, good evening, ma'am.
Yes, how can we help you, Shivam?
Yeah, ma'am, my question is, I am holding BPCL stock.
Okay.
1,000 quantity at 287.
Right.
And my question is, ma'am, this is my mid-term to long-term horizon.
Okay.
But my question is, I heard the news that today the Nifty 50 index removes this stock.
Yes.
What are the impact and what should I do more for?
Yeah, because, and also I can see that you are sitting on a loss of 36,000. So when did you buy it exactly?
Ma'am, this is my average cost. Actually, I bought this for multiple times. 335 is my top price and 249 is my bottom price.
Okay. So Mahesh, coming to you, since rightly said that, in the NSE rejig, BPCL has been, removed from its the Nifty 50 company. So what do you have to say? Is it going to affect the company's performance also for the long term?
The fundamental of companies are very strong, and performance of company will not be impacted due to removal from Nifty 50. I think if removal from Nifty 50, some fund outflow can be visible from stocks, but it's a very short term. If a company is doing well, then we can see some buying in this counter also. As we are seeing, stock is a fundamentally very good and there much more potential for upside. Currently, all the market are facing some selling pressure, so this stock is also facing some selling pressure. So from longer term view, we are still on hold, and I will advise to hold. If it's horizon longer term, don't worry, hold on.
Okay, got it. And now we have Harish. He's calling us from Gurugram. Hi, Harish. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, I got a query about a company, auto ancillary company in air conditioning, Subrose.
Okay.
I got 200 shares at a price of 650.
Okay.
Currently, I may be in loss, but I have previously booked profit in this very counter. What I want to know is to what level it can go if I hold it for 2-3 years again.
Okay, understood. Rajesh, we will come to you on this one. Harish holds 200 shares of Subrose at 650 rupees a piece. It is an auto ancillary company and the stock is currently trading around 618. He has a precise question to you. At what levels do you see this trading after 2 or 3 years from now?
So 2 to 3 years is a very good number for a long-term investor. And in fact, we have seen that the stock had started performing again. Last week itself, the stock had seen a strong rally. And today as well, it was down, but from lower levels, buying was there. And also volumes have picked up. So we expect this performance can continue in the near term. Once 700 levels crosses, then the stock can resume back towards 820, 850. And if we consider reciprocal retracement levels, with a view of 2 years, possibly the stock can head back towards 950 to 1000 levels.
Thanks for that view. With that, we have another WhatsApp query. Raj Gopalan has written to us from Chennai saying that can you please suggest a good stock in the power ancillary sector for the long term, that is from 3 to 5 years. So for our viewers, the power ancillary sector actually provides support services for power generation, transmission and distribution. With that, Mahesh, for the long term, what are your top picks?
We are not tracking much more power ancillary stocks, so I can't suggest more. Can we highlight on that?
All right. And Rajesh, do you have any picks in this sector for short term?
Not particularly from ancillaries, but NTPC looks very promising. We are seeing that NTPC is forming a base somewhere around 300 levels, and bullish engulfing was formed last week. The stock is placed on key retracement, and we expect that in the near term, the bounce back can be seen towards 370 to 375. So can hold on to it. Stop loss will be below 290 levels.
Right. Rajesh and Mahesh, we're out of time, but thank you so much for being so patient with our queries and giving us those prudent advices on so many stocks. Thank you so much. We will see you again. And viewers, stay tuned to NDTV Profit for more news and updates as we have lots more lined up for you on the other side.
Very warm welcome to you all for this NDTV Profit Conclave, which is themed on Viksit Bharat.
A life which is both taking care of your material needs and taking care of your altruistic needs. That will be the true definition of Viksit Bharat.
In my view, we are already out of that slowdown.
For every unloam, you have to have vilom. You can't just keep doing up and up in the trading also. You have to come down. So the correction and healthy correction is a very, very integral part of the market.
The private capital expenditure, from where I sit, I see that private capital expenditure is happening.
Any tariff coming on Indian goods will be passed on to American consumers and Indian companies will not be affected.
We feel fairly good about the fact that we can compete with various folks.
Actually, instead of Viksit Bharat, we should call it Reviksit Bharat.
भाषण सुना उसके बाद मेरा पहला एक्रोनिम निकाला मैंने, वो था RRR, रिस्पॉन्सिव, रिस्पॉन्सिबल, रिफॉर्मिस्ट, और मैंने कहा रिवॉल्यूशनरी। हाउ डिड यू अराइव एट दिस नंबर ऑफ 12 लाख रुपीस?
हमें लगता है टैक्स पेयर उस लेवल नंबर से टैक्स भर रहा है, क्या उनको हम कुछ कर सकते हैं?
प्राइवेट सेक्टर कैपेक्स अभी तक वो इन्वेस्ट क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं, जबकि आपका इकोनॉमिक सर्वे ही बताता है कि वो कैश पाइल पे बैठे हुए हैं।
कि अगर कंजम्पशन बढ़ता है और उसके तहत लगता है कि ग्रेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट का पॉसिबिलिटी है, वो भी अच्छा ट्रिगर हो सकता है।
AI बहुत तेजी से आ रहा है, तो जॉब के चैलेंजेस होंगे, स्किल के चैलेंज पहले से हैं, तो जो ट्रांजिशन पीरियड का स्ट्रगल है, नौकरी मुझे अभी चाहिए।
पूरे